Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Um, I'm gonna try not to be on here too long, you guys. Once again, I feel led to speak on this topic. Um, God keeps pulling at me to continue to speak out about this. So, here we go once again. The ICE raids, they continue. And many folks who voted for the current presidency, um, like I said before, they are celebrating. This is a celebration for them. Um, Seeing families being ripped apart is a celebration for them. Seeing children being detained into cages is a celebration for them. I had to stop myself before I got on this live because it's hard for me to talk about this stuff. As an empathetic person, and if you are anything like me, if you care for other people, then you know. If you're truly a Christian, then you know. If you truly know God, then you know. You know that what is happening right now in the world, or in America especially, um, you know that is wrong. And it doesn't matter what skin color you are. Um, because there are many people who don't look like me who are speaking against this. And shout out to all of the non-brown people who are speaking out against this, who actually have a heart for Jesus and know Jesus and know that this is absolutely wrong. This is not about being legal. This was never about being legal. It wasn't. The same people who cry and scream and yell, legal, 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 got family members breaking the law. You can't scream and cry about legal when your president is sitting on 34 counts of felony. You can't scream legal, legal, legal when this man has went bankrupt. You can't scream legal, legal, legal when he's done nothing legal. This is a tactic to bully. This is inhumane. This is evil. This is obviously very wrong, but this has nothing to do with do it the legal way. If they would have just came here the legal way, this is what I voted for. You know, some of their favorite quotes. This is what I voted for. Tread lightly because God is watching. Tread lightly. You know what I say. As sad as this whole situation is, I believe God is doing a thing. He is doing a thing here. He's doing a good thing. He's doing a thing, and he's doing a good thing. And I feel like in order for America to wake up, they have to go through something. They have to go through something. So, as sad as this whole situation is, America needs it. They need to be humble. And this is one way to do that. America needs to be humble. These racists, they need to be humble. They need to be humble, and I feel like this is one of the ways in which to do that. And I'm not going to go much into details, but wait and see what God's going to do. Wait and see. God is doing a thing here. Y'all wait and see. He is doing a thing here. Hi, Martin. Hi, Victor. I have a cousin named Victor. But God is doing a thing. What specifically about Brazil are you talking about, Victor? Um, yeah, it takes, I have to stop myself from crying because this situation is so messed up. It's so messed up. I don't know how people can say they love Jesus and then they enjoy this. They enjoy watching this. This is hard. I'm sorry, I don't enjoy watching a 16-year-old boy crying because he's being detained in an ICE agency or being put in a cage. I don't enjoy watching that. I don't enjoy watching families. Hey, I don't enjoy watching families. You brought me everything. Ah, I was crying, so I needed something to wipe my face. So thank you. Um, you can hang out with me for a little bit if you want to. Um, but I do not enjoy watching children crying. I do not enjoy watching LA. Of course, I choose the spot where the people making noise. Um, hopefully y'all can hear me because it's windy out here. I do not enjoy LA being taken over practically by ICE agents. Elementary school graduations, parents have to flee because they're afraid. I don't enjoy watching children crying for their parents, not knowing if they're going to see their parents again. I don't enjoy that. As an empathetic person who loves all people, that is hard to watch. How can people watch that and say, yes, that's what I voted for, my America? And you think God's going to let y'all get away with that? You think God's not watching? It's his world after all. You think God is like, right, this is great. Many of them who are doing this, they would have deported Jesus himself, but they say they know Jesus. If Jesus was here right now, they would deport him. What if Jesus was walking amongst these people that you guys are deporting right now? Because Jesus was an immigrant. What if Jesus was walking amongst these people that are being deported right now? What if Jesus himself will be getting deported right now because he don't have papers. He's undocumented. Well, excuse me, he's an illegal immigrant. They have no care in their heart for how they um, consider other humans who don't look like them, right? The blonde hair, the blue eyes. Hmm. Like, come again? They're illegals. As I've said in another live, we call them undocumented. Okay? They're human beings just like the rest of us. There is a Mexican guy. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, Victor. Um, there's a Mexican guy who said he's been watching um, people being deported. And it's not even the deportation itself, he said, for the people who are being deported, the undocumented people who are being deported, he said it's not even necessarily the fact that they're being deported. It's how they're being dragged like they're not human beings. It's how they're being treated as if they are literal animals. Mind you, a lot of these people that these things are happening to are not criminals, as they say. They're not breaking the law. These people came here just looking for a better life, just like the Europeans who now are calling themselves Americans, who are now the ones doing the evil, who have overstayed their visas. Oh my Lord. God help America. That's all I have to say, man. They're asking for it. Oh yeah, even from the other side, Switzerland. It's hard. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching this going down. It's very, very hard. Man, y'all, I gotta stop myself from crying because every every time I think about this stuff, I just don't know how people can say they care about God and they actually voted this in, and they're claiming they voted for him because he cared about God, because he's a Christian, he's a godly man. Where, God, where? But like I said, um, there's a good thing that's gonna happen at the end of this. God's gonna humble this country and he's gonna humble them good. And for all my white brothers and sisters who are speaking against this, who are protesting, who are using their rights, now they went and they hired the National Guard. This country is something else, man. They hired the whole National Guard. By the way, my husband used to be in the National Guard. Um, and it is disgraceful. It is very disgraceful um, that the National Guard is being sent in a situation like this where people are just exercising their rights, their American rights, their freedom. That's what America was all about, I thought. To exercise our rights, to have freedom. No? I thought so. Um, like I said, my husband was in a National Guard for some years. If you know, you know. Um, and it makes me upset that they have sent the National Guard out to be evil. And I'm upset because I was the one that even encouraged my husband to join the National Guard. He's not in there anymore. He's not in it anymore. But I'm mad. Just the fact that my husband used to be in the National Guard. And what they are doing is not what this country stands for. I didn't encourage him to join the Guard to, be a representation for America. By the way, back then I saw America in a whole different light, in a whole different view. Now, absolutely not. I don't see America in the same way. Um, and anyone who is in the National Guard and is being forced to do this, because I know there's a lot of people who are in the Guard who do not want to do this, but this is part of their duty. Technically, this is what they sign up for. They're basically being forced to go out there. I am so sorry, because you should not have to be out there. You should not be policing people from exercising their rights. You should not be detaining, harming, none of that. That is not what you should be out there having to do against your own citizens. Your own citizens. But wait, God is doing a thing here. They talk about every other country. God is doing a thing here. Fighting against your own country now? Your own citizens? God is doing a thing here. Okay? God is doing a thing here. Um, I told myself I'm so sick and tired of talking about this, but like God is constantly like calling me out to speak out against injustices. So here I am, because this gets draining. It's sad, like I said, to continue to watch. It's very hurtful. Um, but I know sometimes these kind of things have to happen for people's eyes to open, for people to wake up. Um, so we'll keep watching. God's doing a thing here. God is doing a thing here. I say, if you believe in Jesus Christ, pray. Pray about it. Pray for the people who are being harmed. Pray for the children who are being harmed. Um, There should be no reason why a 16-year-old boy should be saying how he's sleeping on the floor when they put him in these cages. He's sleeping on the floor. Haven't showered. They don't allow them to shower. Literally treating them like animals. No one should be being treated like that because they're undocumented. Come on now. If you have a horrible... Why is this a good thing to you? Because they're taking your jobs? Because they're undocumented? Come on. Have a heart. I mean, I know that's really hard for you to have. But seek Jesus. Anything is possible. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to be heartless. What is happening now under this administration is completely evil. It's completely against God. God is not for this at all. This is not religious. This is not godly. This is very, very evil. This is very evil. And God is watching it all. There's something that my dad said to me that has stuck with me. He said, when people are doing evil, people are doing wrong, God would let them think that they're getting away with it. Because oftentimes people will keep doing the same thing for a while and they won't stop. As if there's not a God, right? God allows them the chance to be able to look at themselves and say, hey, this here that I am doing or we're doing is wrong. Let's stop. He gives them the opportunity to do what's right. He lets everyone have their free will. But you can only go so far until the Lord comes in. You can only go so far until the Lord comes in and put a stop to it and say, oh no, you've had your fun. I've given you the chance to acknowledge that what you were doing was wrong, to turn from your evil ways. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. You didn't want to turn from your evil ways. So now here I am. Now here I am. And God's going to show his face upon this country. He's going to show his face. He's going to shine his face. He's going to show his face upon this country, you guys. God is going to show his face upon this country. And it's about time. The amount of blood that America has on his hands, and they got the nerve to be doing this? Nah, God's not pleased. God's not pleased. Things are about to shift. Things are about to shift, you guys. Wait for it. Watch what God is going to do. So he's given them the opportunity to make things right. And they have chosen not to. They've chosen to hurt people. They've chosen to be evil towards people who don't look like them, who don't talk like them, don't act like them, eat like them, live like them, you name it. So God is going to show his face in America. He's going to show them that there is a God, and they are not, in fact, God. ICE agents are not God. Donald Trump is not God. The government is not God. He's going to show his face upon this country. He's going to remind them who he is, because they clearly need it. God's going to show America that there is a God. He's going to remind them, they clearly need that reminder that they are not above God. Donald Trump is not above God. The government in this country is not above God. So God's going to show his face sooner or later. He's letting them think they're getting away with it. He's given them the opportunity to do what's right, and they've chosen not to. They've chosen to continue with their wickedness, their evil, and they think that this is, oh, the legal way. The legal, we're being legal. Well, maybe they should just do it the right way. Let me give you guys a little story. There's a family that I follow. She's from Kenya. Why is this bug in my shoe? She's from Kenya. Her husband is Caucasian. And she has, I think it was her mom or her brother. I think it was her brother. Her brother has everything that they claim that you need to come here. You know, he's stable. He has stable income. He has everything going for himself. You can't even say that for a lot of Americans, right? You can't even say that. A lot of Americans don't even have stable income. So he has stable income. He has everything that he could to come here to visit. Trying to come here to be there for the graduation. I believe her brother in particular has everything he needs. Okay, there should be no reason why he shouldn't be able to come here to visit and to see his relative graduating. They denied him. They denied his paperwork. Everything they told him that he needs to have to come here, he has it. They still denied him. Now, I will tell you my own personal story, but I'm not going to get into all that. But let's just say her story is very relatable. So I share all that to say, they say do it the legal way, do it the legal way. And those who are trying to do it the legal way, they're being denied. So this is not about it being legal. This is just trying to keep people out of this country who don't look like them, who don't look like them. Even those who are well off for themselves, who don't even need this country for anything, because their whole thing is, oh, they're coming here, they're stealing our jobs, they want this from us, they want that, and they're trying to take this from us. Oh, me, us. You know what I have to say to a lot of this, first of all? Right? Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. You get it, Martin. Of course. Mm-hmm. 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 Afraid of how big he could become, because if he already has it all, imagine if he came here. But this is what I have to say, okay? To the people who say, do it the right way, or why are they coming here to America? They need to get out of our country. For those who hate immigrants, for those who hate the undocumented, though the undocumented people actually contribute a lot to America. And they're going to see. They're going to see. But again, that's part of what I'm saying. God is doing a thing here. They'll see. That's neither here or there. But to the people who say they don't want immigrants here, they basically want to make America great again, aka make it white again, right? Make it, which America was never white. This country was built off of the backs of black slaves, you know. Europeans didn't even build this country. The black man did. Foreigners did. You know. Very interesting. But what I have to say is, if you are a racist and you hate people that don't look like you, and you don't want immigrants in America, tell your government to stay out of other countries. Then there will be no need for people to seek refuge in America. If you don't like immigrants being here, although you're an immigrant yourself, tell your government to stay out of other countries. Leave other countries alone. Stop stealing our resources. If y'all feel like y'all can do it by yourself, y'all got it covered, y'all don't need other countries. And stop stealing other people's resources. Stop going into other countries. Stop starting war with other people. If you feel America is so big and bad and it's the greatest place on earth, the land of the free because of the brave, you feel so brave and you feel so powerful, stay out of other people's countries. Stay out of other people's countries. Let them live their lives. Let them build their country. Let them live the life that God has ordained for them to live. Stop starting war in other countries. Stay out of other countries. Stop stealing other countries' resources. Then other countries will stay out of America. Can we agree to that? If you don't want other people here who don't look like you, you feel like you own America because you're God. You believe that you are God and you created this earth. You created America personally by your own hands. Then tell your government to stay out of other countries. Leave other countries alone. Let other countries build. Let them be built. Let them build up their countries. Leave their resources alone. Allow them to have a life. You don't go into a country and take everything from them, kill their people, start wars, make them start wars against themselves, and then tell them stay out of my country when they come here to seek refuge because you've taken everything and brought it over here. You have killed people. The blood is on your hands. Don't you think that you should be praying to God for what your ancestors did? And you're more worried about kicking foreigners out of America? Kicking the immigrants out of America, the undocumented, the illegals? Because they don't even consider them in any respectful way. They look at them as animals. Let's be for real. You don't want immigrants here. You hate immigrants. You hate foreigners. You hate people who don't look like you. Tell your government you're fighting so hard, right? You voted for Trump, right? You guys are like, this is what I voted for. He's getting the bad guys out of here. He's getting the foreigners out of here. We only want people that look like us, that talk like us, that eat like us, that live like us, you name it. If that's how you feel, since you know how to vote, go vote for your government to stay out of other people's countries. Leave our resources alone. Leave us alone. Let us live. Let us live. Stop starting war. Stop going into countries and starting war. Making countries fight against themselves. Okay? Since America is so big and bad, is so great, is the most amazing place on earth, leave other countries alone then. Don't steal their resources. Don't take anything from them. Leave other countries alone. Then maybe your wish will be granted. Maybe then the foreigners can stay out of your country. Maybe then the foreigners won't be here if they can just keep all of their resources and have their life. You don't make countries go into poverty, and then when they come here seeking refuge, then you cry about it. You don't want them here. That's not how it works. Oh, they're gonna come here because everybody on this earth wants a better life. Everyone's seeking a better life. No one wants to struggle. Do you want to struggle if the tables was turned? Would you want to struggle? Do you want to struggle? I mean, I sure will think not, right? Do you? Do you want to worry about where your next meal is going to come from? Do you enjoy watching kids dying on the street of hunger? No, do you? Pretty sure you don't want that. So of course, that here doing illegal things is here causing problems, is here breaking the law, is false. A lot of these people who are being deported are women and children, men, fathers, people who just came here seeking a better life because everything was taken from them in their original homeland. So they ended up here. Let me give you guys a little quick word, okay? A real quick word for all the people who are so headstrong they want foreigners out of America. Let me give you guys a little quick pep talk. Most foreigners don't want to be in America. Yeah. Most foreigners actually don't want to be in America. Yeah. Yeah. You know why? You know why foreigners are here? Not because they want to be in America. Foreigners are here because everything's been taken away from them from their homeland, where they originate from, where they come from. They come here seeking a better life. Because where they come from, the American government go and start war. Take all their resources, leave them empty-handed. Foreigners come here not because they want to be here, because they have to be here, because they're seeking better. And when a country has taken everything from you and bring it here, they steal everything and they bring it here to make their country great. Yeah, you're going to end up here. You're going to come here. Because, man, let me tell you, we have just as much right as any European in America. Okay? We have just as much right. A lot of our resources are in this country being used today. They go and they steal our resources. A lot of our resources It's because why America is able to thrive the way that it is. The nerve. This country belongs to everybody. America belongs to everybody because America has stolen from everybody. America has literally caused war in many, many countries. So this country belongs to everyone, undocumented or not. Yeah, I said it, undocumented or not. And you go rushing to proclaim the legal system, how people should do it the legal way, blah, blah, blah. Tell your ancestors. Ask your ancestors about legal. Ask them. Ask what that looks like to them. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off this live. This stuff is upsetting. Good luck to America. Good luck. Good luck. Because God is doing a thing here. God is doing a thing here. That's all I have to say. God is doing a thing here. And keep watching. Keep watching. And the beautiful thing about this being America and the world, America evolving in general, a lot of white Americans, Europeans, as I like to call them, a lot of European Americans, if you're white, I call you a European American because your ancestors originate from Europe. Anyway, so a lot of European Americans, what was I trying to say? A lot of European Americans, you guys, are not bounded by that racist thought that a lot of the racists still have. You know, there's still quite a lot of racists here, but there's also a lot of white Europeans who do not agree with racist Europeans. You got a lot of white Europeans who have black family members who's they're not in my situation, you know, if you know what I mean, who actually care about the fact that they have black family members and they're fighting for them, they're speaking up for them. This is not a fight for just one group of people. This is a human fight. They get it. They're fighting. And even those who don't have black relatives, those who don't have Mexican relatives, like me, I don't have Mexican relatives. We're fighting. We're speaking out against injustices. I wish there was more that I could do, but God continues to put it on my heart to continue to speak against this. But I know that He's doing a thing here. I continue to hear that. He continues to tell me that He's doing a thing here. And it's going to be very hard for America. It's going to be very, very, very hard for America. Just as hard as they made it for other people who don't look like them. It's going to be very hard. And God is putting this on my heart. This is a warning. I'm going to repeat exactly what I am hearing from the Lord before I end this video. It's going to be very hard for America. He's given America the time to repent. And they have decided not to. They have decided not to turn from their evil ways. So now He's going to step in. But it's going to be very hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for the people who live in this country. A lot of us who care for other people, it's going to be hard for us. A lot of good people, unfortunately, are going to have to suffer too because of because of what the evil ones are doing. So it's going to be very, very, very hard before things get better. He's going to humble America in a big way. And that's the message that God wants me to put out there. It's gonna be very hard for America. But He wants to humble America. And it's gonna be very hard for the good men and women in this country who care about America. But it's the only way. God bless you.